All right, we are here with Coach Alan Knight, players Skylar Varga and Moni Nikolov after a 3-1 win over UCLA. We'll get an opening statement from Coach and then open up to questions.
Yeah, just the annual February match with UCLA, and it's just a great environment. Credit to UCLA, they played well. The environment was great, so credit to Long Beach State and everybody who gets behind these nights, because everyone sees the sellout and everyone gets to see all the excitement, but behind the scenes, all the work that goes into it all week long and flipping it from basketball for last night. And I greatly appreciate the support for a volleyball being showcased at this level. It's personally, I've been here a long time, so it never gets old for me. So thank you to everyone for that. As far as the match, yeah, I mean, it wasn't always the cleanest match, but when you have as many talented players on the court on both sides, creating all sorts of problems from the end line with their serve, taking big swings, there's emotion going on, trying to figure out the match a little bit. It's early in the season for a match like that still, so that was we've had some decent matches, but that was our first, opportunity to be in that environment. So I thought the guys, by and large, did a lot of really, really good things. And what I was most impressed about when we didn't play the way we wanted to for a stretch to, or even the set, for a team that has not been together very long, they did a wonderful job in their reset, their communication. Some of these guys showing their maturity as a player, and then watching it grow as the team, whatever the 25 version of us is. So, yeah, it was like I said, wonderful environment. Now we usually we turn right around and go back up there tomorrow night, but we're going to be playing up there on Wednesday, but they are our next opponent, so we have a little bit of time to catch our legs and then reset and do it again in LA.
So question for you, Coach. This was a home game for you guys, so there was like a lot of students. You guys had the most students in the Walter Pyramid history, 1,000 students. So how did that feel, seeing that student crowd for you guys?
Yeah, it's awesome. That student section's amazing. I didn't know that was the case, that's the largest number, but to our student section for the last couple of years, they've been awesome. They've been our seventh man all year long, last year and the years before that, and hopefully they like what they saw and they want to do it again this year. Look, man, college sports, when you get the gym rocking like that and the students are involved in it, that's part of the college experience. So I'm so proud of our students for coming out and creating that for our guys, for all the work they put in. They deserve to have that kind of support.
Moni, you guys obviously have played several matches already, but this is the first really big, sellout. How much fun was that? And what did you think of kind of your first look at, I'm sure you've heard stories from your brother, but what did you think of your first time in the pyramid with a crowd like that?
It was amazing. We knew there was going to be a lot of people. I didn't know, like Coach said, that we had 1,000 students, a record for the school. I'm really proud of the team, and I hope we can do it again in LA.
Felt like you hit kind of a wide array of a lot of different types of serves tonight. How much of that is your approach? How much of that is stuff the coach is calling? How much, I guess, who's sort of making those decisions and what goes into that thought process?
Well, I believe Coach, one thing I really appreciate about him is he's giving me the freedom to choose and to not kind of put me in a box in terms of what to do and when. And like I said, I really appreciate it. I guess, what I showed today in the game was everything we've worked on during the fall and in the trainings, all the serving that we've done. And I split it 50-50. Most of my points are also his.
Skylar, obviously you've got to be a part of some nights like this, but always fun to win with a crowd like that. How much did you enjoy the match, and what did you like about the way you guys played, especially like Coach said, early in the season, but I agree with him, you guys came back from some kind of tough spots.
Yeah, Pyramids, I think the best venue in volleyball, is absolutely rocking today. We knew it was going to be packed, and it was great having that crowd behind us. I thought today we did a really good job of, like Coach said, we bounced back. We were kind of up and down. That first set, we had a lot of energy, came out firing, and that second set, not so much. We made our own errors. We kind of just shot ourselves in the foot, but I thought we did a great job of bouncing back in whatever stretches that was, even in sets when we didn't get a string of points, we knew we had to come together, and I thought we did a great job of that.
Coach, to just go back a couple questions, could you speak overall to your observations on your success serving tonight?
Yeah, I think that we've made a concerted effort from the very beginning of the fall to try to be a very good serving team, but also not a one-trick team as far as giving the guys some ability to change up their serves and serve from different zones. And ultimately, it's such a personal skill, and a lot. To use an analogy like baseball, they use baseball at times. It's a team sport, which is debatable. It's an individual sport when you're a pitcher and you're a batter masquerading as a team sport. Well, volleyball is a very much a team sport, but it's an individual sport when you have the ball in your hand and you're serving. And to be a pitcher and go back, or to stand in the box as a batter, or a volleyball server to go back, you have to feel confidence and you have to trust your stuff, using a baseball terminology. And I want our guys to go back and trust their stuff. So when Moni brings up about me, we train in the gym, but 100% of every decision that was made tonight serving was Moni's decision how to serve on the way we go about our serving in practice.
For Moni and for Skylar, I know, sorry to use other sports analogies, but basketball players talk about the background when they're shooting being different, sort of affects the way that they shoot sometimes. Is it different for you guys serving in here when you've got your student section's behind you talking to you, or you're looking at the student section and you're just seeing how full it is and how much movement? Is that different at all, or is it you're able to just focus in on the lines or whatever?
Not so much serving, I would say, but it's definitely serve receive. We have that huge, what's it called?
Scoreboard.
Yeah, the scoreboard, and looking at a screen when you're trying to pass the ball is not the easiest thing. So I think, serving is. I would say it's not so different on either side, but serve receive definitely when you got that huge scoreboard.
For me, while serving, I try to be fully locked in, and like when I have the ball right seconds before I throw the ball to serve, everything just goes away, and the only thing I look at the line, the serve line, and I just think I'm gonna toss the ball, and from there, I decide when the ball's in the air, I get this feeling of what I want to do.
Moni, you're such a creative player. You can see all the difference. I mean, it almost feels like you're sort of trying stuff in the moment. How much has it been? How much has your teammates sort of gelled into that style of playing? And how comfortable do you all feel with each other already so early in the season?
We could definitely be more comfortable with each other because it's a team sport, and you can always be better day by day. We've definitely improved a lot in terms of me. I kind of not really sure how to say it, but kind of just trying different stuff and trying, difficult stuff. We had issues in the fall where, people were like, I would fake my own teammates, or, our teammates wouldn't approach. However, I think we've done a really good job, and coaches, the whole staff has done a really good job to encourage our hitters to, expect greatness. That's what we talk about every day in the training. We expect greatness, and I expect greatness from my hitters, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So last question I have for you guys. So like I said, you guys have the student section behind you guys, and now in a couple of days you guys are going to Poly Pavilion, and you guys are going to have the most likely UCLA students are going to be out there. So Skylar, you talked about controlling your emotions. So how are you going to control your emotions with the student section behind you?
It's just noise, really. Their whole goal is trying to get in our head, and we just got to lean on each other. I think it's a pretty simple thing. It's hard to do, definitely for a lot of people, but you just got to stay locked in. I think that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, people are going to be saying stupid stuff, like anybody. And, yeah, we just got to lean on each other, stay in our own lane, and celebrate together, I guess.
Skylar, last question from me, but there's moments where I saw after one of his serves, you and Sotis are kind of looking at each other like, are there moments where even with you guys being at an all-American level, I mean, you guys are, top-notch players. Are there moments where you guys are kind of looking at each other and going like, holy shit, like, did you see what that guy just did?
Yeah, absolutely. Moni's he's an impressive player, great player to have on your team. I hate to see him across the net, obviously. And I think having a setter that's as creative as him makes everything so much easier. Being able to create it's fun. It makes volleyball fun, and yeah, having a setter with the ability to do that is great. So great to have him.
Congratulations again. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Maybe it's-